Gentlemen, welcome back to the Dazed and Confused Fantasy Football League. League Commissioner Dennis Graves in the flesh, with a lot to talk about today. Welcome to the 2024 Fantasy Intro video and the first installment of the 2024 Fantasy Video Series. Come on, fellas, it's about that time. There's a lot to talk about, so I really don't want to just take too much time just talking about nothing. So let's go right into it. First things first, we have to talk about a fantasy manager that has left our league. Tony Bent, when contacted if he's interested this season, said he's got a lot going on. Not get into too much detail, but he said that he just lacks the time this year. And as someone that puts in so much time to this league, I understand when life is busy, it makes it hard to do these things. So Tony, I'm here for you, brother. Would love to hear from you more. I am a friend that needs to contact my friends more. So, yeah, man. Still down to hang out whenever. If you ever want to come back, just let us know, bro. We'll try to figure something out. I appreciate you. Now, for the people in the league, if y'all are wondering, are we going down to 11 man now? That is not the case. We have a returning Ray Smith coming back to the league. Welcome back, Ray. Welcome back. Ray Smith, I kind of like that it is not a unfamiliar name. Has been in the league before for 3 seasons. Had to leave for some, and I want to bring this up now because it's really funny. For some, for fear of the NCAA becoming aware of our $15 buy-in at the time. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. Especially like with how that's aged with NIL deals, bro. The $15 charge for the distance runner, I think could have gotten by. But I digress. I digress. Not here to harp on that too long. I just remember hearing that and thinking that's really funny. You're probably gonna continue to hear that from me. So sorry if that bothers you. Actually, no, we're fantasy foes now, so I'm not sorry. Moving on. So for some fun things to do, I just wanted to look at anyone's matchup with Tony that may not to be able that may not be able to get their get back if Tony just doesn't come back. And look at this, Mateo, 2-6 against Tony all time. Not great, not great. Doesn't not sure if he's able to ever get that get back. Someone who actually has Tony's number here, Greg, Devin. Devin actually has 2 playoff wins, 8 wins, 3 losses in 11 matchups. So yeah, replacing Tony, someone Devin does well against, with Ray, uh, not the greatest as he's 0-5 against Ray. So Devin just might get worse here. There are people like Vinny and Devin that have never beaten Ray. There's also people like Josh and Brian whose Ray has never beaten. So now Ray gets his get back. A few interesting things. While we're at the topic of Ray formerly being in the league, let's look at what the league looked like when Ray was in it. Ray participated for the first 3 seasons of the league, if I'm not mistaken. Ray, yes, there he is. The first 3 years, 2015 to 2017, is kind of described as the year of Mark. This is when Mark Coelho, for the first 3 years, made the playoffs all 3 times and did not lose a playoff game. 3-time champion in the first 3 years. I mean, hey, a low time in the league. I remember talking about fourth win would be possible disbandment. People were outraged at this time. Ray leaves in the middle of that, actually as a top 3 player in the league. 21-18 in 3 seasons. I mean, I was 19-20. Um, yeah, only 1 playoff appearance, but that still means the one. Oh, me and Tony were 2 of them. Tony was 13-13, and I was 19-20. I have more playoff appearances, but worse winning percentages. Let's look at the league since Ray's departure. We had 6 seasons without Ray. A lot of seasons, and look at the league. Vinny, is the one leading in win percentage, which is actually kind of crazy. The most wins in that 6 year period in Ray's absence is Vinny, which I'm just super surprised about. Here's Mark after his first 3 championships. In 6 years, making the playoffs only 3 times and not having a single playoff win. Quite the turnaround. Now, there is a guy in the full context of the league that in its league history has 0 playoff wins, Mateo. So even though Ray has left, some things never change. I think Ray actually has a playoff win over Mateo. I'm gonna go check that right now because that is a really fun thing to do. Ray versus Mateo. Yep, Ray has a playoff win, which is absolutely freaking insane. So yeah, in the last 6 years, one more time. Anything else to point out? Not the best years for Josh. Austin being here is kind of interesting, and we'll describe that in a second. So, again, Ray participated in the first 3 years. Let's give him a real quick rundown of what happened each season. So in 2018, coming off Mark's three-peat, we finally get our first new champion, and it may be our weirdest season of all time. The year you left, Austin had won the league here with the record of 6-7, makes wild card and wins out. Austin is the first non-Mark champion in the league. The next year is a proper Austin season. Austin wins again. 2-0 in the playoffs after receiving bye, 8-5 overall. So even though you did just see how in the last 6 years Austin is one of the least winning teams in the league. So I think second worst win percentage. The 2 seasons after you leave Ray, he wins 2 titles. So yeah, 5 seasons in, 2 champions, not great for the league. 2020, Lee Kamish gets his hands on one. Now, note, I will point out to kind of like discredit myself a little. This is the COVID year. So the pot was smaller. We didn't know if the NFL season was gonna happen. This is also like the year of like COVID scares. So like people were having makeup games, random player missing all the time. This shit was honestly kind of insane. There's 3-10-3 teams, but I come out on top. I win my first title. It was lovely to see. Smaller pot though, so still looking for a big prize winning. 2020, 2021 is Vincent Graves with the win. Vinny wins an 11-3 season, 2-0 in the playoffs. People used to attack Vinny because they would give him the luckiest season ever vibes. 1253 in 14 is it, yeah, 14 fantasy games played against you is actually an insanely low total. His opponents did not score on him at all this year. But he was second in points for, so he wasn't exactly a slouch either. 11-3. Vinny deserved this championship. Graves winning back to back even. 2022, this is the year of Brian. Brian 12-2. I'll actually even pull up the old website to show you. This is debatably our best season of all time is Brian 2022. Most wins all time, most points for, up here with longest win streak of 8. There's probably more Brian stats just laying around if we were to go into single games. Can I find a Brian 2022 player? Just yep, here we are. Biggest win. Oh my god. Yeah, Brian's 2022 campaign is all over the record books. Oh, where am I? I'm lost. Yeah. So that's 2022. And then now 2023 is our most recent season. With you coming back, you would want to know what happened in our most recent season. And I'm here to tell you. We could have won. I can't play too much of that, I will get in trouble. I did that a lot last time. Look at that. This is new too, by the way, Ray. This is our first championship. I had just gotten it. And wow, wow, wow. Look at that. Look at that. That looks something serious. And who else could have won it than League Commish? It's your boy. 2023, we're going to take a little deeper look into because we're going to see what season everyone is coming off of. If you're looking at me, Ray, you're looking at my best season. Maybe not win wise. I had 8 wins, but it's a season where I get the biggest prize pool that I've ever gotten. My team looked nice. I enjoyed it a lot. And it was a team that I started the season with like Daniel Jones in. My second round pick was Nick Chubb, who tore his ACL or tore his everything in like week 3. So it was a really gritty team. Got the bye with an 8-6 record. People really didn't like that, but hey, it's what we do. It's what we do. I won the title. Denny 2-time, hence the new name in the fantasy league. You can go see that right now. Yeah, 2-time champion. What's up? So I think in overall, I think we've played 9 seasons, and we have two, three, four. We have 5 champions in the 9 seasons. It's gotten better in the recent years. We don't have a ton of repeats, except for I'm planning on repeating this year. I mean, look at this fucking thing. After seeing this, I don't want to lose it, bro. This shit is fucking awesome. And like until like one of you guys win this and feel this shit is like heavy as fuck too. I kind of like the little things on the side here too. They're both fantasy related. How do I? There we go. Yeah, these shits are fucking insane. All right. So now that I did that, let's go through everyone's year. Austin is coming through his worst season of all time, the 3-11. I'm pretty sure second most points against. Brian at 7-7 has actually got the most points against. So Brian kind of got screwed there. But yeah, Austin needs a bounce back. Let's see. Who else? Who else is not happy with their seasons? Greg, Vinny, 6-8. Not really a record Vinny gets too often. But like, look at the rest of the league. This is what actually we were pretty even, man. Wow, only 3 people were below 500 last year. So honestly, anyone could have made the play. Like I got to buy an 8-6, one off of the 7-7 people. So last year, actually, everyone did pretty well. I remember Mateo being the most upset because if you've not noticed, Mateo's not won a playoff game. He had another dominant regular season and one and done in the playoffs yet again. Hoping to break that record. You really hate to see that. Yeah. Phil had a great year. He hated going one and done. Brought up some bullshit to me about me winning. Sorry, bro. You don't have it within you. You're just not a winner. Sorry. Uh, Devin one and done. Brian didn't make the playoffs. Mark didn't make the playoffs. Tony didn't make the playoffs at 7-7. Yeah, it's just like it's a crazy year last year. But moving on, let's just talk about what's going on now. The draft is in 6 days, everybody. The draft, Sunday, 7 p.m. I would love to have everyone in there. Please, if you have any problems, just please let me know. But getting us all on a call is something I really want to do. It mean a lot. So I appreciate y'all if you guys were there. Next, I might be putting some polls out there. Not too many. I don't want to like ask you guys like IR every year, but I do want to see if people want to change in buy-in, if people want to yeah, just there's still some things to vote on. So I will put some polls in today. And I will be texting all of you once our buy-in is cemented. I want to get the buy-ins before the draft. It might be hard, but we'll see. I have 6 days. I'm gonna try my best. The draft order is as follows: Josh number 1, Devin number 2, Ray number 3, Phil number 4. I'm the 5th. Finn is the 6th, Greg the 7th, Austin the 8th, Mateo the 9th, Vinny the 10th, Mark the 11th, Brian the 12th. If you guys want to know how we got this draft order, check in the Discord. I had a duck race this year. For people that forget, the draft order also determines who you play this season. The East, I believe, is the evens? I forget. It's evens and odds is how I separated it. So these are the new divisions. Brian, Austin, Finn, Vinny, Phil, Devin, and then me, Mark, Mateo, Josh, Ray, Greg. New divisions, new rivals, but the same champion going into next year, fellas. Come on. Yeah, look, the shit is legit, bro. I'm actually so happy with this. This is so sick. All right. Now I think that's everything. I talked about the polls, talked about the draft, and yeah, I'm excited for this year, fellas. There's a lot to go on, a lot to talk about. So yeah, I'm about to even start talking in the Smack Talk Discord. Let's get it rocking, boys. Let's get it rocking. I appreciate y'all and see y'all for the draft in 6 days. All right. Peace.